we keep modeling the building. And this is the axonometric view. Here we can see the basement with all these walls. Here we can see the first floor, and here we see the roof. I have just found out that we have another column here, you see, and that column is this one. The distance, so we need another grid there. The distance is the same. This one. And we need another column here and here and here and there, because here we have an arch that it's outdoors. It's like the atrium. Before entering the building, we have something here that doesn't have walls. It's just a roof, but it's an open space. If we unhide the basement, now we can start tracing all these walls, all these partitions. That's quite easy. We don't. Oh, and here you see that we have like a double wall because we have cavities. Yeah, sometimes we need that. So we can start tracing all these walls. And we can do this either with the component modeling places, or we can start using some of the features. I mean, using columns, we don't have to create a modeling place column for that. In architecture walls, we have here different options for walls. We have generic and we have materials. Don't use materials yet, because in this walls, if you edit type and we edit the structure, here we have, okay, so here we have concrete masonry units. So we can assign some materials to this, but if we have to assign a material to walls, it will be the travertine. So far, let's explore. Here we have, so this is what I mean. Okay, so here if you select one of those walls, edit type, and edit, here we have a lot of layers. So I don't want you to use all these, plywood, sheeting, steel, vapor retardant, or gypsum wall. So don't do that. That's very useful in Revit, but if we want just to create the 3D model, we are going to work with regular walls. So select one of those generic. Generic means that we have 8 inches or 12 inches. We have to find out the width of those walls. So we have something that it's thicker, something that it's thinner. I have selected the 8-inch wall. Okay, so the 8-inch goes well for this one, and probably the 12-inch wall goes well for that one. Okay, so we can get by with these two walls, the 8-inch and 12-inch. Working with walls is quite easy, but we need to understand first the level. Okay, so the level is base constraint is level 0, and top constraint, if we're in the basement, if we're in the basement, sorry, the level should be level -10. This is my basement floor, and we have to go up to level 0, which is the first floor plan. And then we just have to trace the wall here. Okay. Now we have to make a decision. Okay, so if we have a column, we will create walls that go from this face to that face of the column. So I'm going to delete the wall that I created here. Okay. And now I'm going to select wall, generic 8. And you see that if I click here, the midpoint of the wall, it's in the corner. Okay, I can do this and then I can line up. If I use align and select this face and this face, line up, this and this, doesn't work. Because if we select the wall here, the location line is the core center line. So I'm going to delete it. And if I select walls, this the location line, I want the finish face, exterior or interior, it doesn't matter. But if I click here, okay, so this is it. But now we can line up this one and that one. No, we can't. So let's select wall and now finish interior. And now it will work. Yeah, now it works. Okay, so I never remember what kind of wall we are, or what kind of option I'm working with, but that's it. But get used to using the line up or the align section, but for some reason doesn't allow me to select the right line. I can only select this one. Okay, so now I understand the problem. If you select align, this tool, align, here you have the wall center lines. That's why when we are working with the wall, we select the wall center line and we have to change these to wall faces. So if now we select these to wall faces, I can select this little part and this part, and now we can line. And then this and this, and now I have a perfect connection here. Okay, yeah, sometimes by default, they have the wall faces when you use align, or sometimes we have the wall center lines. So select wall faces if we want to do this. Okay, so now with a little patience, we can start modeling all the walls that we have here. Okay. If you need, or if you think that this can be, and we're going to work with these two kind of walls. We have either the 8-inch or the 12-inch wall. So this one will be 8 inches. This one will be 8 inches, but now we have to line this one here. And we can copy. I keep going. But before, I'm going to see the 3D to make sure that the walls are in the right position, that are not, okay? Yeah, so sometimes happens. I told them to be on level -10, but they are here. No problem, because I can select all the walls at once and go from level -10 to level 0. And this is it. Now we can, so from time to time, switch to the 3D view to see if what you are doing is correct or not. Okay, so let's keep moving. We are in walls. By default, we have level 0 to level. Okay, level -10, level 0. And well, here we have to make decisions. Do we have a double wall here? Probably. And there is a door. Okay, so we will work with openings later. But so far, we're going to model all the walls. Don't go crazy with the, it keeps doing the same thing. Okay. Especially here we don't have a reference line, so you can go either way. Let's do this and this and this, and here we do have to align this and that, and there's another wall there. There's another wall there. I'll line up things here. Connections between walls in Revit are perfect. Okay, so when you create this corner, the connection is perfect. If we look at the 3D view, you can see how these connections, these angles are perfect. Okay, and we can assign material, but we'll do that later. Okay, but we look at the shaded view. So we have to keep modeling all the walls until we have all this. It's not difficult. I know it might be boring, but by doing this, you will get used to working with Revit walls, and I think you'll learn a lot. So probably that wall is 12 inches. So I'm going to switch to the 12-inch generic wall. Again, I don't know why it keeps doing this. So I'm going to line. Okay, it was just the other way around, but I think this wall goes all the way, and now line up here. And then we have partitions in this direction. So let's select always the axis, and then this. This, or you can copy the wall here, no problem. And for the exterior walls, I think we need the 12-inch. So we can copy this one and then align here, there. Okay. So we have to keep building this. We have staircases here. Yeah, so those buildings are more complicated than it might seem. But sometimes it seems that we have double walls. I don't mind. Sometimes we have a wall that it's not black. Well, I don't know what that means, but you can keep moving and you can keep creating those walls, and that would be enough for that one. Please. Here we have a duplicate objects. Okay, so let's not do it. Let's do this, and then keep working with walls. If all the measurements are the same, I can copy because all the modules are the same. So if I copy the long module and the short one, probably this is something different to this. I'm going to see the 3D because I think some of the walls, they're in a different level. Okay, if that happens, you can select all these. You can filter. We can select only walls. Now we have selected all the walls, and the base constraint can be -10, and the top constraint can be 0. Okay, so you don't have to go one by one. You can do it, and then you can select all the walls, and then move the constraint. So let's keep going. Oh, that's interesting because here we have those walls, and here we have like some, because this is the part of the building that it's underground. So those are like ribs reinforcing that wall. We don't have to do that because this part of the building is going to be underground. Okay, but let's move it. Here. There. So I can even do this without flowing any line, and then we can line up things. Okay, so I can use a line here and there, this and this, that. This. And well, I can like here. See? Okay, works. So keep working on the walls. I'm going to work here, here, here. Some of these walls are 12, some are 8. So to be consistent, I would make all these interior walls 8 and the exterior walls can be 12. Okay, so we can easily change the thickness of those walls, but then we have to review that they are lined up again. Okay, so all the exterior walls can be 12 and the interior can be 10. Okay, I have created all these walls. This is the second part of the plan. First, I did this. Then I'm doing that. As you can see, I'm not being very accurate. So kind of I have walls everywhere. This is different because here we have staircases. Okay, so for the staircase, and this is symmetrical, so that's something serious. Walls, interior walls, don't matter because we can change them anytime because those are non-structural interior walls. But when it comes to the staircase, it's something I have to put more thought into it. I'm doing this anyway, so I don't know what, yeah, they are not in the right level. So again, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to filter. I just select all the walls. And then base constraint is -10. Top constraint, my first floor. So we are almost there, and we have almost the same thing that we have here. Okay, so I have to keep modeling walls. And at the end, when I'm done with all the walls, then we will start working on the slab, on the first floor slab, the floor. Okay, but first keep working, keep modeling on these basement walls, and well, see you later.